Good morning, everyone. There's a secret that holds the power to transform your entire life. And it all begins the moment you open your eyes. Most people wake up and rush straight into chaos, checking their phones, worrying about the day, reacting to the world. But successful, fulfilled, deeply centered people do something entirely different. They have discovered a powerful morning secret. First hour of your day decides the quality of your entire life. When you rise with intention, when you begin with peace, focus, and gratitude, everything else aligns. Your energy rises, your mindset sharpens, your spirit strengthens, and suddenly challenges shrink while possibilities grow. Running through the park. This isn't about having more time, it's about taking control of the time you already have, about creating a sacred space before the world touches you. A space where you command your mind, your emotions, and your direction. If you start your morning right, you don't just change your day, you change your destiny. Rapatak, that is the morning secret that changes everything. The first hour of your morning is the golden foundation on which the rest of your day is built, is the quiet, sacred space where you either create power or invite chaos. Most people open their eyes and immediately surrender control. They reach for their phone, scroll through messages, absorb the stress of the world, running through the park, and instantly become reactive. Before they even leave their bed, they're already responding to everyone else's demands, fears, and negativity. This is how the cycle of overwhelm begins. But extraordinary people, the ones who seem grounded, calm, and unstoppable, do something different. They deliberately own their first hour. They guard it like treasure because they know this hour decides who they become that day. Instead of reacting to the world, they create their own world from within. Owning your first hour means claiming it solely for yourself before the outside world enters. It's a conscious decision to be the sculptor of your state, not the victim of it. In this hour, you disconnect from distractions and connect deeply with yourself. You awaken slowly, breathe deeply, and move intentionally. You give yourself permission to rise with purpose rather than panic. Imagine starting every morning by sitting in stillness, drinking water mindfully, breathing deeply, and reminding yourself of your goals. No noise, no rushing, just presence. You can then gently shift into movement, stretching, yoga, or light exercise to awaken your body. After that, you might spend a few minutes reading something uplifting or journaling your thoughts, dreams, and priorities. This is how you program your mind for success and peace before the chaos begins. When you own your first hour, you're not letting the world tell you how to feel. You're telling the world who you are. That is the difference between drifting through life and directing your life. It is the difference between constantly putting out fires and walking through your day like a calm, focused force. This one powerful ritual, protecting and intentionally designing your first hour, becomes the anchor that keeps you steady even when storms come. Over time, it reprograms your mindset, strengthens your discipline, increases your energy, and fills you with clarity. You stop starting your day as a reactor and start showing up as a creator. Because here's the truth, if you don't own your first hour, the world will. And when the world owns it, it also owns your peace, your energy, and your focus. But if you own it, you own yourself. And that changes everything. In a world that glorifies business, noise, and constant motion, running through the park, one of the most powerful things you can do is begin your day in complete silence and stillness. It might sound simple, even too simple. This single act can reshape your entire life. Because silence is not emptiness. It is where your soul speaks, where clarity is born, and where your mind resets itself. Most people wake up and immediately flood their minds with noise, phone notifications, emails, breaking news, loud thoughts, to-do lists, rushing routines. the mind goes from zero to chaos in seconds. There's no pause to breathe, no space to arrive into the day. And when you start in chaos, you carry that chaos into everything you touch. But when you choose to start in silence, you choose to reclaim your inner world. You allow your spirit to wake up gently, without being yanked by the outside world. You give yourself a sacred space, just 10, 20, or even 30 minutes, to simply be with yourself. This time becomes your sanctuary. It's where you reconnect to your purpose before the world tries to pull you in 1,000 different directions. Silence gives you clarity. When you sit quietly, your racing thoughts settle like snowflakes in a snow globe. And beneath the swirl, the truth becomes visible. Begin to hear the voice that's been buried under the noise of the world, your own intuition. This voice is gentle but powerful. It will tell you what truly matters, what you need to release, and where you are meant to go. Stillness gives you strength. When you sit still, you learn to master your mind instead of being mastered by it. You observe your thoughts without chasing them, like watching clouds drift across the sky. This builds mental discipline, emotional regulation, and self-control. The very foundations of success. A person who can sit still can face storms calmly because they have practiced inner calm. Your silence can take many forms: meditating, praying, practicing mindful breathing, or simply sitting in gratitude. You can light a candle, play soft nature sounds, or just listen to your heartbeat. What matters is not the method, it's the intention. You are telling yourself, before I meet the world, I will meet myself. And here's the truth. Silence is not wasted time, it's charged time. It fuels your soul, fills your inner tank. Before you start giving pieces of yourself to everyone else, it makes you sharper, more peaceful, and more resilient. People who begin their day in silence walk through the world with quiet power. They speak less but say more. They react less but achieve more. So give yourself the gift of silence every morning. Even just a few minutes will shift your energy for the entire day. Because when you begin in stillness, you carry that stillness like a shield. And no amount of noise can shake you. Your body is the vessel that carries your dreams, your energy, and your purpose into the world. Yet so many people roll out of bed each morning, half asleep, dragging themselves into the day with heavy minds and sluggish bodies. They wonder why they feel uninspired, drained, unmotivated before the day even begins. The truth is simple: energy doesn't appear on its own. You create it. And one of the most powerful ways to create it is by moving your body early. When you engage your body in the first hour of your day, you awaken every part of yourself, physically, mentally, and emotionally. The moment you move, your heart begins to pump faster, your lungs open wider, and your blood carries oxygen like fire through your system. Your brain releases dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins, natural chemicals that elevate your mood, sharpen your focus, and ignite motivation. This is not just exercise. This is chemical transformation. It is how you flip the switch from tired and scattered to alive and unstoppable. Movement in the morning also creates discipline. It teaches your mind to show up even when it doesn't want to. Every time you rise and move, even if you don't feel like it, you strengthen your mental muscle of commitment. You prove to yourself, I am someone who honors my word to myself. Inner trust is powerful because when you trust yourself, you stop hesitating and start acting boldly in all areas of life. Running through the park. The beauty is that morning movement doesn't have to be complicated or long. It could be stretching gently to wake your body up, going for a walk in the fresh air, doing a few rounds of yoga, dancing to your favorite song, or hitting an intense workout if you prefer. What matters is consistency, not perfection. Even 10 minutes of intentional movement can shift your state from dull to dynamic. Moving early also resets your mind. It shakes off the emotional residue from yesterday. It clears away anxiety, stress, and mental fog, leaving your mind sharp and focused. Imagine beginning your day already feeling strong, accomplished, and vibrant before you've even opened your email or spoken to anyone. That's what morning movement gives you. It becomes a declaration today. I am showing up for myself, and there's a deeper reason this matters. When your body feels strong, your mind believes you are strong. You carry yourself differently, with more confidence, more energy, more power. People feel it. Opportunities open to you, not just because you look different, but because you move differently, with presence and vitality. That one simple choice to move your body early becomes the foundation for courage, resilience, and self-belief. So, every morning, before the world makes demands on you, give your body the gift of movement. Wake your muscles, wake your mind, wake your spirit. Let your heartbeat remind you that you are alive and capable. Because when you move your body early, you don't just energize your day, you ignite your life. Your mind is like a fertile garden. Whatever you plant in it every morning will grow throughout your entire day and eventually shape your entire life. Most people wake up and immediately pour poison into that garden. They scroll through news headlines filled with fear. They listen to complaints. They read criticism and negativity online, and they absorb chaos before they've even brushed their teeth. Then they wonder why they feel heavy, drained, and discouraged all day. The truth is simple but profound. Your mind becomes what you feed it. And the most powerful time to feed it something nourishing is right when you wake up, when it's still soft, open, and deeply impressionable. Your early morning thoughts are like seeds. They take root quickly and silently shape your emotions, your energy, your focus, and even your decisions for the entire day ahead. Feeding your mind with positivity is not about ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing your mental climate before the outside world chooses it for you. It's about building a strong inner shield of inspiration, faith, and optimism that can withstand the noise, negativity, and challenges you'll inevitably encounter. Because if you don't create your mindset intentionally, the world will create it accidentally, and the world often creates it with fear. Imagine instead that you start every morning by filling your mind with something uplifting and life-giving. It could be reading a few pages from a personal growth book, listening to an empowering podcast, reciting powerful affirmations, or even watching a short motivational video. In just a few minutes, you can flood your brain with words that awaken hope, courage, and possibility. Positive input becomes your emotional armor. When you carry empowering words inside you, the world's negativity can't easily penetrate you. Science even supports this. When you consume positive content, your brain releases dopamine and serotonin, which elevate your mood and motivation. Positive thoughts strengthen neural pathways of confidence and problem solving, while negative thoughts strengthen pathways of fear and doubt. So when you choose to feed your mind with positivity first thing, you are literally rewiring your brain to see opportunities instead of obstacles, and to believe in solutions instead of problems. It's also powerful to speak positivity out loud. Affirmations like, I am capable, I am focused, I am worthy of success, may seem simple, but they reprogram your subconscious. When your mind hears your own voice declaring powerful truths, it begins to accept them as your identity. Over time, this becomes your natural self-talk, and that inner voice becomes your greatest ally rather than your greatest enemy. Feeding your mind with positivity also changes how you see others. When your mind is filled with hope and gratitude, you approach people with patience, kindness, and understanding. You stop looking for what's wrong and start seeing what's possible. This transforms not just your day, but your relationships and your leadership. So guard your mental diet as carefully as you guard your physical one. Refuse to let the world's fear be your morning meal. Instead, choose words, sounds, and thoughts that make you feel strong, capable, peaceful, and inspired. Because when you feed your mind with positivity every morning, you don't just change your mood. You transform your mindset, and with it your entire destiny. Gratitude is not just a polite habit. It is a spiritual force, a mental reset button, and one of the most powerful energy shifters known to the human heart. When practiced each morning, it becomes like sunlight pouring into the dark corners of your mind, dissolving stress, fear, and scarcity thinking, and replacing them with peace, joy, and possibility. Most people wake up thinking about what they don't have, what went wrong yesterday, or what could go wrong today. They rise already tangled in worry and lack. This mindset drains their energy before they've even taken their first breath of morning air. And yet, just a few moments of gratitude can flip that energy completely. Gratitude doesn't change your external circumstances immediately, it changes you. And when you change, everything around you slowly begins to change too. When you choose to wake up and say, "Thank you," something miraculous happens. You shift from being a victim of life to becoming an empowered participant in it. You stop asking, "Why me?" and start saying, "I am blessed to be alive today." That subtle shift in language moves you from fear into faith. It's like turning a key that unlocks the door to emotional strength and resilience. Gratitude changes your emotional chemistry. Scientific studies show that practicing gratitude releases dopamine and serotonin, the very chemicals that make you feel happy, calm, and motivated. It lowers stress hormones like cortisol, relaxes your nervous system, and improves your heart health. This isn't just emotional fluff, this is biology working in your favor. The moment you list what you are grateful for, your body responds with energy, warmth, and renewed vitality. But gratitude is not just about listing good things, it's about feeling them. It's about pausing to truly notice the miracle in what you often overlook. The warmth of the sun on your skin, the air filling your lungs, running through the park, up the quiet of early morning, the fact that your heart has been beating faithfully through every storm you've faced. When you see the sacred in the simple, life stops feeling like a race and starts feeling like a gift. Here's a simple yet powerful practice. Each morning, before touching your phone, write down 3 things you are deeply grateful for. They can be big or small, from having a roof over your head to hearing your child's laughter, to simply having another day to try again. Then close your eyes for a moment and imagine your life without those things. This contrast deepens your appreciation. You'll open your eyes feeling rich even if nothing material has changed. Gratitude also transforms how you approach challenges. Instead of seeing them as curses, you begin to see the hidden lessons, the hidden strength they awaken in you. You start asking, what is this teaching me? How is this growing me? That perspective doesn't remove pain, it gives pain purpose. And purpose gives you power. And perhaps most beautifully, gratitude makes you magnetic. When you radiate appreciation, people are drawn to you. Opportunities find you, doors open. Running through the park, because the world naturally responds to someone who walks with joy in their heart and light in their eyes. Gratitude is the language of abundance, and abundance always answers it. So every morning, choose gratitude. Whisper it, write it, feel it in your bones. Let it be the first breath you take before you speak to the world. Because when you start your day with gratitude, you don't just shift your energy, you elevate your entire life. Most people wake up and dive straight into the current of the day, swept away by other people's expectations, endless tasks, and random distractions. They spend hours busy, yet accomplish nothing that truly matters. And, by the end of the day, feel exhausted, but strangely unfulfilled, like they ran hard, but never moved forward. This happens for one reason: never decided where they were going. They lived the day on autopilot. This is why setting intentions and priorities every morning is life-changing. It is how you stop being a passenger and become the pilot of your day. It is how you shift from drifting through life to deliberately directing your life. Intentions give your day meaning. Priorities give your day structure. And together, running through the park, they create a powerful internal compass that keeps you aligned with your purpose even when the world tries to pull you in 1,000 directions. Intention is not just a to-do item, it is the spirit in which you want to move through your day. It's about who you want to be, not just what you want to achieve. For example, today, I intend to be calm, focused, open to opportunities. That single sentence shapes your energy. It silently influences how you speak, how you respond, and how you carry yourself. It becomes a filter through which every choice passes. Priorities, on the other hand, are the anchor points of action, the 2 or 3 most important things you will commit to completing, no matter what. When you choose these before your day begins, you take control of your time instead of letting time control you. Without this clarity, urgent always crushes the important. But when your priorities are clear, the noise of the world loses its grip on you. Here's a simple but powerful morning practice. Before you open your phone or check any messages, sit down with a journal. Write one sentence stating your intention for the day, your emotional and mental state. List your top 3 priorities. The things that will matter most when the day is over. The single most crucial task. The one that moves your life forward the most. And commit to doing it first. This practice only takes 5 minutes, but it rewires your entire mindset. It transforms your day from chaotic reaction to conscious creation. You stop scattering your energy on everything and start investing your energy into what matters. And something beautiful happens when you start living this way. Your confidence grows. Because confidence is not built from random business. It's built from progress on what matters most. When you end your day knowing you did what truly mattered, you sleep peacefully. You wake up empowered. And over time, those small, focused days compound into extraordinary results. Setting intentions and priorities also protects your peace. It prevents you from getting lost in other people's urgencies. It gives you permission to say no to what does not align, yes to what feeds your purpose. It stops you from being pulled by everything and teaches you to be guided by something. Running through the park. And here is the deeper truth: your life is the sum of your days. If you want to change your life, you must first change your days. If you want to change your days, you must start each one with clear intention and focused priorities. Because without direction, even your greatest effort will scatter. But with direction, even small steps will move mountains. So every morning, before the world claims your attention, claim your path. Declare how you will move through this day and decide what matters most. Because when you set your intentions and priorities, you no longer merely exist through the day, you lead it. And when you start leading your days, you will inevitably begin to lead your life. Every morning, the world is waiting to claim pieces of you. Your focus, your peace, your time, your emotions, your strength. The moment you open your phone, messages flood in, notifications compete for your attention, headlines scream for your outrage, and countless voices pull at your mind. And if you are not careful, you will give your energy away before you've even fully woken up. Most people live this way. They wake up and instantly plug themselves into the noise of the world. They scroll through social media, check emails, absorb other people's emergencies, and get emotionally entangled in things they can't control. Without realizing it, running through the park, they've already spent their mental energy on other people's problems before they've spent even a single drop on their own dreams. They start their day depleted, and then wonder why they feel anxious, reactive, and unfocused. But those who rise with power and peace do something radically different. They protect their energy before the world arrives. They create a sacred boundary around their early morning. They understand that their energy is their most valuable currency, and they guard it with intention. Because they know if you let the world drain you at the start, you'll spend the rest of the day trying to recover instead of rising. Protecting your energy means consciously deciding who and what gets access to you in those first precious hours. It means resisting the temptation to instantly open your phone, respond to messages, or get pulled into digital noise. It means creating a mental and emotional sanctuary where your spirit can grow strong before stepping into the chaos. Think of your energy like a flame. If you expose it to wild winds too soon, it flickers and dies. If you shield it gently in the morning, through stillness, silence, prayer, reading, movement, or meditation, it grows into a steady fire, running through the park. Then, when the winds of the world arrive, they don't extinguish you, they only make you burn brighter. Protecting your energy is also about emotional boundaries. Not everyone deserves access to your mind when it's most vulnerable. The morning is when your subconscious is still soft and open, ready to be shaped. This is not the time to absorb complaints, gossip, or negativity from others. This is the time to feed your mind with peace, hope, and clarity. It's the time to listen to your own voice before the world shouts over it. Here's a simple practice. Make your mornings a sacred, phone-free zone for the first hour. No social media, no news, no messages. Instead, spend that time nurturing your energy. Meditate, stretch, write, read, breathe, walk, pray, anything that strengthens your spirit. Only after you've built your inner shield do you slowly open the gates and let the world in. This single boundary will transform not just your mornings, but your entire life. Because when you protect your energy, you begin the day from a place of fullness instead of emptiness. You walk into the world with calm instead of chaos, with clarity instead of confusion. And the way you carry yourself shifts. You stop reacting to every pull and start moving with quiet power. Here is the deeper truth: your energy is your life force. Everything you want to create, build, lead, or love flows from it. If you spend it recklessly, you will always feel like you're chasing life. But if you protect it, you will move through life with strength, presence, and peace. So every morning, before the world arrives at your door, stand guard at the gates of your mind. Keep your energy sacred. Build it, nourish it, guard it like the treasure it is, because when you protect your energy before the world arrives, you don't just survive the day, you own it. And so, my friends, as the golden rays of the morning sun rise each day, remember that every sunrise is an invitation to reset your soul, renew your energy, and rewrite your story. The secret to transforming your life does not lie in some faraway dream or distant future. It is hidden in the sacred silence of your mornings. What you do with your first hour determines how you shape the remaining 23. If you embrace that quiet time, guard it fiercely, and fill it with gratitude, clarity, and purposeful action, you will discover that life itself begins to respond to you with greater harmony and abundance. Let your mornings be the launch pad of your greatness, not just a routine you rush through. When you rise with intention, when you nurture your mind, body, spirit before the world begins to demand from you, you stop merely surviving and you start thriving. So, tomorrow, when the sun rises, rise with it. Rise not just from your bed, but rise into your power. Because the morning secret doesn't just change your day, it changes everything.